First, I want to say how deeply honoured I am to be made a Fellow of the Royal Television Society. My sincere thanks to Jane, to Simon and the RTS Fellowship Committee. As Simon said, I started out in television nearly 30 years ago. Oh my God, that's a big figure to say. With a postgrad in broadcast journalism, a stint at BBC Local Radio, yes it was Radio Norfolk, under my belt, and an unshakable determination to work on the shows I absolutely loved. But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that one day I'd end up here tonight. Like many of us, I began as a trainee researcher, young, keen, slightly terrified, with absolutely no idea about what I was with no idea what I was doing. But from the very first day, I was hooked, and I've been incredibly lucky to spend my career working in live television. There's nothing quite like it. The excitement, the pressure, the adrenaline, and the sheer unpredictability of it all. You spend your day planning every moment down to the second, and then inevitably something completely unexpected happens on air. You fix it, you make the right decisions, or you hope you do, and then you do it all over again the next day. For the last 12 years, I've been responsible for around 7.5 hours of live television and 4 network shows, as Simon said, every single day. That's around 1,800 hours a year. It's quite hefty. It's the most exhilarating and demanding job imaginable. It's 24/7, leading brilliant teams on and off screen through some of the biggest stories of our time. We covered the pandemic, the death of Her Majesty the Queen, the tragedy of Grenfell, where Neil Thompson phoned me at 2 o'clock in the morning, I know he's here, playing out right before our eyes on screen. Numerous general elections and more prime ministers and presidents that I can remember. There have been moments of great pressure, powerful emotion and total chaos, and also at times of intense scrutiny too, which all goes with the job. But never ever a dull day. In fact, I'd have really liked a dull day every now and again, and a bit of a boring one, but that never happens. What's kept me going through all of it has been the amazing people I've worked with. Television is a team sport, and I've had the privilege of working with some of the very best. To the next generation of people starting out in television, here's some of my advice. Know and understand your audience. The best television or content the best television comes out of respecting and understanding the people you're making it for. Find the environment you thrive in. For me, that's live TV, fast and unpredictable, and endlessly fascinating. And finally, learn from and work with great people, because they'll challenge you, inspire you, and get you through the toughest of days. And speaking of great people, I want to end by mentioning three who mean everything to me, who are here tonight. Sue Walton, who I started out with as a trainee researcher. We got our passes on the same day at the BBC. Helen Colleen, head of everything operational at ITV Studios, who I saw and spoke to more than my own family during the whole COVID years, and she kept us on air. And to Don Bird, my husband, who, when I'm being bombarded with late-night Friday calls from the press, will remind me of that, in the words of Oscar Wilde, there is, of course, only one thing worse than my shows being talked about. I've genuinely loved every minute of my career. It's a privilege to tell stories, to be part of history as it unfolds, and to share that with millions of people each day. Thank you again to the RTS for this incredible honour, and to everyone I've worked with along the way. You've made it an unforgettable 30 years.